All right, everyone, here we go with June 2025, the overview reading. I'll start the Zodiac fly-through tomorrow, okay? We got a big pre-shuffle here. Opens with a Tower. There's only a couple of cards you need to know about here. Tower and the Knight of Swords. Some message of change, communication. Somebody here shows up. Something comes your way. Something happens. Changes a lot of things. There's a Wheel of Fortune and there's a Sun. It's nice. And there's even a Six of Swords underneath that if we want to go a little further. It's nice. This is I did the write-up in the blog. You know, the original write-up I did, I changed it like 3 times. The original write-up I did for June 2025 was about 5,000 words. It was huge. And I thought it got a little confusing. So I cut it down to the 800 words that I gave you. Okay, it's the best I could do. That's the smallest I could get it. The Soulmate Cycle 101 part is important. It's important that you understand that. Okay, it's extremely important because it taints everything. In a love reading, in a soulmate reading, all of it. You have to know about that. That being said, okay, it's an extremely emotional month. Let's just sum it up even smaller than 800 words. It's an extremely emotional month. Fuck, it's going to be an emotional year. Somebody very emotional about you just in the pre-shuffle here. I mean, very much. This Tower, again, I've got change, I've got message of change, I got 3 cards of huge change right here. All because of something somebody says to you or some person you meet. It could just be that. Yeah, you meet them on the street. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's powerful. On the surface, it's just the surface energy. It's a powerful month. I think in my Q2 reading, April, May, June, second quarter of 2025 reading, I think it was the Queen of Swords as the head card, if I'm not mistaken, on the month of June. All right, let's go. Yeah, well, that Knight of Swords might be the Queen of Swords. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. We're gonna do pyramids here for the monthly readings, including this one. This is how somebody feels about you. This is how they see you. And the bottom of the pyramid's potential final outcome. I'll clarify everything here in the overview reading. Bet your sweet asses I'll extend it too, because I don't plan to extend anything else. I never plan to extend anything in the Zodiac fly-through. Sometimes on rare occasion it happens. It might. I get a little crazy. With all this emotion, I get a little crazy around the Leo soap opera sometimes. Anyway, let's do the cut cards. First card out's why the fuck are we here? Let's get rolling. We're going to clarify with the witches and everything. Should be fun. Get some popcorn. We started with a Tower, for fuck's sake. Unreal. Oh my God, these cards. Bottom card is why the fuck are we here? Knight of Wands. That's the cut cards back up the pre-shuffle. We had a Knight of Swords, if you remember, in the pre-shuffle. I don't know how you could have forgotten. It was just a few seconds ago. But this is telling me that they come in and they go out. Whatever this is, it's one of those, I joke about it sometimes. That line from Mrs. Doubtfire, where he turns around and he goes, a run by fruiting or a drive by fruiting, somebody throwing fruit at you. It's a bit of that. It's a run by something, okay? Somebody comes in and they get out really fast. I don't know why that's important, but it must be, because it's why we're here. What comes after the cut? The Two of Wands. This is an offer. This is somebody, it could be a runner, could return. It could be a family member or a friend you have a soul connection with. It could be a soul's true purpose. You get rather suddenly, let's just say because it's Steve's Love Tarot, it's a love thing, okay? It can apply to a business. You could suddenly get an offer and it's something they need an answer on in a couple of days and you got to move to Singapore. You know, I mean, I don't know. You know, that's not a problem if you're close to Singapore, but it is a problem if you're in Kansas. You know, it might be an issue, right? Mommy and daddy may not like that, or a spouse may not like that. What the hell am I going to do there, right? Anyway, my point is, if it's business. If it's love, it could be, let's just say a runner returns, right? They may drop a bomb. They may say, let's move in together. Let's get crazy. It's a bit of a let's get crazy energy with the Knight of Wands. It's some sort of crazy offer. Right? On the business side, it's, hey, you're in Kansas now, go to Singapore. Or here, on the love side, it's some sort of, let's move in together, let's do it. You know? And then they leave and leave you to think about it. It could be that. It's a very emotional month. I want to warn you. Okay? I'm just warning you to help you. I'm not trying to be a douche. All right? I'm just going to say, be careful. Check yourself, right? Stop yourself for a minute. And make sure you're not making an emotional purchase of some kind, either with a person or moving to Singapore. All right? Make sure. There's a point, yes, you can act on faith, take leaps of faith, but you want to try to be as smart as possible with this energy because it's so emotional. We got a lot of Cancer energy building up all at once. You've got the energy of the soulmate cycle, okay, this month, which is Cancerian energy, which it always is. But you've got Jupiter moving into that energy, right? And that's a big deal. I wrote about that in my blog write-up. That's huge. And you've got Mercury for a good chunk of the month in Cancer, and you got a new moon in Cancer. And the sun. So it's a big fucking deal. Okay, there's a lot of Cancer energies built up. And the first two of Jupiter and the soulmate cycle make it a huge deal no matter what. All right? So, again, it's very emotional. And as I said in my write-up, it might be too much of a much for some people. Okay? It could be. Probably, maybe not you, but for some. Certainly the incoming energies. All right? So somebody comes in, drops a bomb, and leaves. What am I going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm going to shuffle the deck. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to pull a reading. So there's a lot going on here, you know. I gave the Soulmate Cycle 101 in the write-up for June because a lot of people weren't here from the early days when I did the mailbag videos and things like that. And a lot of people don't go dig for playlists and stuff and watch old stuff. You know, the graphics are incredible. The notebook looks real. I mean, it's unreal. The notebook and the pen I use looks completely real. I tell you, it's unreal. It's like I took out a cheap-ass notebook and a cheap-ass pen and drew stuff. It's crazy. CGI, amazing. Anyway, so a lot of people don't know when I explained it. Nobody was talking about soulmate cycles before I got here. I watched readings from the end of 2019 all the way through 2020. Just to see, I watched over 300 channels before I came out here. I never heard one fucking person mention a goddamn soulmate cycle, and I can't believe it because it's so important. It governs everything. It dominates. And this is my fourth cycle that I've been studying. So I decided to start the channel. I thought I could be of some help. All right? According to the emails and stuff I've received, I've at least helped a few people, so that's good. It only takes one. It only matters. Everybody matters. If I only helped one person, that'd be good enough. That'd make it worthwhile. All right, let's go. It's a general reading, may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, well, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right? It's timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. And I only mentioned that because a lot of people are mentioning the soulmate cycle now. Okay? And I gave the Soulmate Cycle 101 in that blog write-up for June because I want to get everybody on the same page. If you're going to talk about it, at least know what my notes say. I've got 40 plus years of studying it behind me, right? You just found out about it a few months ago from some Steve Love Tarot channel. So it's good that I explained it. I explained what I think I've figured out about it anyway. All right? That being said, take it with a grain of salt. Take it for what it's worth, because it is a whole lot of hocus pocus anyway, you know. But it's energy, and my friends call me the energy guy for a reason. The Magician, what can I say? I mean, the overall energy of this reading is the Magician. It's a new journey. It's a smoke and mirrors energy, though. That's what I'm confused about. You know, you might be out there going, why is this guy confused about? I'm not confused about the Magician. I'm confused why it's a smoke and mirrors. It should be alchemy. It should be led into gold. It's a smoke and mirrors thing. It's misdirect. Pay attention to what this hand is doing. Never mind this hand. Okay? I don't know. Let me fix my microphone and let's see. Top row again. Feelings. How somebody feels about you. Middle, how they see you. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Let's see where we go here. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, the Emperor. The Two of Cups. You've got a soulmate coming in here. It's a divine masculine. Ace of Wands. Somebody wants another crack at you. But there's a hidden motive here. That's why it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. Why is that here? Yeah, the Nine of Swords. I'm going to give you, I say it a lot. In these readings, I say it is what it is. I'm going to say that here. I think you should take the it is what it is attitude. I'm not saying somebody coming in and being deceptive. That's your energy attached to that Nine of Swords. Somebody coming in to drop a bomb on you. Somebody, it's almost a burden in a way. But somebody wants to make you a big offer. Okay? And they're very, very passionate about it. They might sell it to you. All right? This is, in this context, the Emperor is a great salesman. All right? This is a powerful soulmate. I don't know who this is, but this is a soulmate energy. This tells me a soulmate's coming in because it's in the emotional section, but it's also a card of a contract. Somebody here, again, some crazy offer, hey, let's move in together, boom, and then they leave. Or if it's a job thing, it's from Kansas to Singapore. You know, I don't know. All right, we'll clarify everything here. Why is this smoke and mirrors, though? You may be looking for the catch, maybe. I don't know. How do they see you? I hope it doesn't come out they see you as a mark. Oh, fuck. The devil. God, why can't I be Rainbow Unicorn Tarot for once? Why? Why does the universe send me this crap? I grabbed this deck on purpose because I thought the devil wouldn't come out, because I kept getting it in my offline readings from the other decks I use, including my most crazy, my super animal deck that I use offline. I don't dare bring that fucker online. That is dark. I mean, in this deck here, even the fucking deer, even the little fawn looks fucking scary. You know, it is some scary ass energy. The devil, why is it here? 8 of Cups. Fucking hell. Somebody sees you as a mark. Somebody thinks you'll go for it. All right? And they'll say whatever they need to say. You'll believe. Somebody thinks you'll believe whatever they say. Okay? Somebody thinks you're a sucker. Somebody thinks you'll go for it. All right? I don't know. I don't mean to put it in such a negative context. I want you to take it for what it is. You're not a sucker if you know somebody's suckering you. All right? I'm just going to phrase it like that. If you know somebody's scamming you, you're not being scammed. Right? You know, you can only be scammed if you're blind to it and you don't know. It's not that you're being scammed here. It's just somebody the offer suits them. They think that they think that they've got you no matter what. You know, it's somebody who might take advantage of a situation. It's somebody who thinks that you want to, when they look at you, they think you want to change. And they're going to make you some kind of offer to take you to 9 cups. I'm not even saying that it's bad. When we clarify, we may find that this is just par for the course for this person. Maybe you already know this person lies a lot. They exaggerate a little bit, Steve. You know, maybe that's the case. If this is somebody in your life, this soulmate, this emperor who exaggerates, maybe lies of omission, tends to leave things out, then these are par for the course. These cards here, okay? What matters right now is this card, and I haven't looked at it yet. I just hope the video goes to commercial for a moment so you can catch your breath. You might want to hit the pause button, maybe. I don't know. It's red with the 2 of Cups. It's red with the contract / soulmate connection. I'm going to take a peek. Why can't I be Rainbow Unicorn Tarot just one time? It's such an emotional month. I don't want to make the DFs cry. I don't. It's the 5 of Swords. We're going to clarify the shit out of this motherfucker. I'm telling you. I knew the minute I got smoke and mirrors here that we were in for this and this. I just fucking knew it. Looking at it this way. Let's say it's a contract card. I got to give you a couple of examples. You're going to have to think laterally. There's no other way to explain this energy. So just catch my drift. Don't take me literally. Somebody makes you, let's do the job one first. Everybody's brain processes differently, so I'll give it to you both ways. Okay? Let's do the job one first. That's the easiest one. Somebody says, hey, you're working for a company. They say, we want to move you. We're going to give you a promotion. We want to move you to the Singapore office, right? We want to give you a promotion. That's how they pitch it. That's this. They pitch it as it's a promotion. Everybody in the office, you fucking know it's not a goddamn promotion to get sent to the Singapore office. It's fucking shit, but they make it sound great. Oh, they got fantastic street food at night. Oh, it's terrific. You're going to be living in a fucking shack in the middle of nowhere. It's not a fucking promotion, but it gets pitched as a promotion. It's one-sided. It's heavier on one side. It's a bit of a false victory. Okay? So, that's what I'm saying. So whatever, if it's love, somebody's pitching you an idea. They're dropping a bomb. This emperor's, let's move in together, right? It's going to be great. I've changed. I'm terrific. I'm awesome. It's maybe even what you wanted to hear. But something about it, because of the smoke and mirrors energy on the magician here, smells fishy to you, right? Yeah. Think about it. Before you jump in that water, stop for a moment. Think about the logistics. Make a pro-con list or something on whatever this is. Okay? Again, I warned you before we even started this reading. I tried to help you. I said, be careful about emotional purchases. It's a very emotional time. You might buy that the move to Singapore is from the Kansas office is a promotion. You might buy that it's terrific. Oh my goodness, thank you. You may actually thank them if you didn't know that it's bullshit. Now you can decide to go, but at least you're going on your terms. You can decide to move in with this emperor, but at least you're going on your terms. Something feels fishy to you. Don't worry about stupid shit. Be practical. Make a pros and cons list. All right? Do something very practical. Do what a Virgo would do. Something along those lines. A very logical sort of list of things, this and this, and the pros and the cons and the whatever. And the truth lives in between. The truth is always in the in-between. It's never on this side. It's never on this side. This side exaggerates. This side exaggerates. The truth lives in the middle somewhere. Okay? And it's the same thing here. All right? That's all I'm going to say on it. It is what it is. But, we'll sell you all kinds of things, right? All right. Let's see where we go. Let's pull on the Two of Cups. Let's do it. It's nothing bad here. It's not that bad of a devil. It's just self-serving. Somebody thinks they got you no matter what. It's somebody selling you the Singapore office like it's, the greatest thing ever, and it's not. You can decide to go with it if you want. But I would make a pros cons list. All right? I'm just drawn to these fucking chains here. All right, here we go. When they see you, though, whoever this person is, when they see you as ready for a change, whether it's job or love. They see you as ready to walk away, ready for a change. Well, if it's the job where they're trying to send you to Singapore, they see, well, their life is shit anyway, right? They live in a one-bedroom by the airport. Let's tell them it's a promotion and send them to the Singapore office. Perfect. Right, perfect. Yeah. I don't know. But as a whole, they see you as a mark. Yeah. That's how it came out. Okay. Right for the picking. Why? Well, probably because you're a DF. You're very emotional anyway. You're going to be hyper emotional. That's why I warned you. Trying to help you, right? Big brother Steve, here I go. Uncle Steve trying to help you out and tell you be careful. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You'll make emotional purchases all over the place. You'll buy all kinds of stupid shit you don't need. Oh, look at the little cup with the owl on it. It's only $600. Oh my God. Oh God. Do you really need that? It's your last $600. You'll spend it on the little owl cup. Because you're very emotional. Especially if you're part of the soulmate cycle. You're going to tear up at the slightest thing. And yeah, that applies even if you're that big burly construction worker that watches me. You're going to be all teary. They're going to pick on you at work. And tell you what, oh, he's crying again. Big pussy. All right, right here. Two of Cups crossed by the Six of Pentacles. Again, I've got two cards of balance. I get this person. Whoever this person is, I get them. I get it. They don't know. They have no idea that the things that they do, that they think they do for other people are just for them. It's selfishness that doesn't know that it's selfish. Okay? It has to be because of the way the energies flow. In an ideal world, it's a perfect solution. It's not quite perfect. Five of Swords, false victory, red with that. And I've tried to give you some, again, catch my drift, don't take me literally, ideas of what I mean, okay? You can be surprised what you can get talked into when you don't feel like you have a choice. I'm telling you, you have a choice, all right? So do not get in this. This is bullshit. Be that, okay? That's why this whole reading explains why I freaked out when I saw this card and I said, it's smoke and mirrors energy. I don't get it. It should be beautiful. I mean, what's on top? The devil. See? Come on. Why am I your second favorite? Why? I don't get it. I throw the cards to take a look. I'm just playing with you. I'm just having some fun. I mean, it is, but it's proof of what I'm saying. That's why I throw the cards. I don't need the cards to read energy. But there you go. And everything I said just got backed up. It's somebody who's selfish. but doesn't even realize they're selfish. They think they're doing you a favor every time. You know, it's almost sociopathic in a way. In a way, where they just lie. They know they're lying, but they do it anyway, and they sort of write it off. That they disassociate from it. You know, it's a bit of that. Why is the devil here? The Seven of Cups. It's the find the ball kind of a thing. What is it? 3-card Monty. Sometimes they call, you know, or the shell game, or whatever you want to call it. Somebody's confused about because it's cups. I'm going to talk love here. We're going to leave Singapore alone for a moment. Most of you probably aren't headed there to the Singapore office of something, but you might be. You might get sent somewhere else, to the Kalamazoo office or something. And believe me, it's not a promotion. Not in this energy. You know, there's some reason they sending you there. All right, but at the end of the day, here on the love side, you have options. Okay, somebody is making it seem like there's only one thing available. There are multiple things available. You won't find those multiple things in that energy. You've got to embody the Knight of Pentacles. Stop. Make your list. Find your inner, like I said, find your inner Virgo. Make a fucking list. Make a pro-con list. All right? Oh, unreal. Okay. Wow. Bridging energy here. Yeah. Is the Death card. This is a powerful connection. Powerful. Powerful, right? I stutter on the P on purpose. On purpose. It's powerful. Whatever this is, you got to make your choice wisely here. Somebody coming in fast, dropping a bomb. Hey, let's move in together. I've changed. It's what you've always wanted to hear. You're very emotional. You might just go for it. All right. This is big. If you go for it, it changes a lot of things. Well, think about moving in with somebody. You might have to get rid of your apartment. Right, then you're there with them, and then you got no place to go. If it doesn't work out, you end up back on somebody's couch, or couch surfing, or back with your parents. Oh no, oh God, right? It's a bit of that. If you buy the $600 owl cup, right? Oh my God, you're stuck with that now. You're never going to recoup that on eBay. Nobody, they're going to laugh you off of eBay. You pay, we're not giving you $600. You put it up for bidding, it'll get bid to like $5.95 or something. Not $595, $5.95. Okay, so this is a big deal. Treat it like one. Watch out for emotional purchases. Let's pull on this fucker. Emperor, tell me about it. It's a very emotional month. I gave you the Soulmate Cycle 101 in that blog write-up for a reason. Because you can track it yourself. I want you to understand what's going on. The Soulmate Cycle just basically tracks Jupiter all the way around the fucking thing. And each place it goes is like a house in the, a theme energy, if you will. Right now it'd be technically in the 7th house of itself, which is relationships, right? I mean, it's like an incredibly important placement. It's incredibly important. These two energies are harmonizing. It's crazy. I even gave you the previous Soulmate Cycle as an example, which started around the end of 2007. That one was Aquarius themed. Somebody asked me once, what was the last Soulmate Cycle? I said, I don't know if I ever answered them. It was Aquarius themed. Oh, it was so much easier. It was such cool. People came together so easy, but they broke up fast. You don't want to go on your journey of the soul with your soulmate. You're both doing it at the same time. It leads to nothing but fighting. There was a lot of fighting in that cycle. Man, I went to a lot of weddings between 2007 and 2018, and I heard about a lot of divorces in the same time frame. The Emperor, why is it here? I did a lot of friends getting married, especially in 2012, 2013. Whew. Most of those are no longer together. It was the wrong Soulmate Cycle for that motherfucker. Page of Wands is crossing this. Yeah, this person here, very selfish. Children this age, very selfish. They have to be. They happen to have no frontal lobe developed at this age. That's why in the U.S. you can't rent a car till after age 25 because your frontal lobe isn't developed yet. You're an insurance risk, right? You're one of these. You're a little page. Yeah, okay. You might have all your little titties in and stuff, but you're not a grown up until you're about 26, 27, I think. That said. Right there. Somebody here, it's what I said, selfish, and they don't even realize they're being selfish. Okay, what's on top? the star. They want what they want. Okay, I know what I need to tell you here. Why is the star here? The Empress. I was just, oh my God, I should have said it. I was just about to say it. I should have mentioned this. I don't even know if I mentioned it in the monthly write-up in the blog. I probably should have. It was probably part of my original 5,000 word one. This is an incredibly powerful month for manifesting. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. Okay? Heed my words on that. Okay? Somebody here, you're their wish. They're manifesting all of this. They're manifesting you. They're doing, and they're taking actions to make that manifestation come true. Okay? But this is way more emotion than they can handle. They're bitten off more than they can chew. They weren't here to hear me say, be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. This person's getting their wish. I don't know. I think some of you might, if it's, let's move in together. I don't know. Don't just catch my drift. Don't take me literally. I think some of you might say yes and some of you might say no. I don't know. I can't predict free will. But be aware that there's a catch here. A little bit. There always is. That's life. Life isn't rainbows and unicorns. All right? People are very selfish, very self-focused right now, and very short-sighted, especially on the DM side. They're very short-sighted right now. People, I mean, a lot of stuff's going to come back and bite people in the ass that's going on right now. They're just very short-sighted. And at the end of the day here, this person might get bit in the ass by you. I don't know. But their saving grace is that they don't know that they're being selfish. Much like the little boy on that Page of Wands card doesn't know he's being selfish, he's just being him. They don't know they're being selfish. They're not aware of it. You making them aware of it isn't going to do anything. It's not going to change anything. If you call a narcissist, they're going to say, no, I don't think so. It's probably you. Right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to deflect it back on you. Anytime you insult a narcissist, they usually say, I don't think so. I think that's you probably. Right? As I've said before, it's a grown-up game of the 5th grade schoolyard. I know you are, but what am I? Right? It's a bit of that. Why is the Ace of Wands here? So somebody's making you a very emotional, a very impassioned offer of something, of some kind. Am I right? Is Steve right? He did all that shuffling. I wonder if my second favorite fucking tarot reader could possibly be right. I mean, he'd need to get something like a 2 of Wands there, which was after the cut earlier, for him to be right. I mean, he would kind of need to. Hello, 2 of Wands. Yeah. It's a run by. That ties to the Knight of Wands that we had before the cut. Somebody's doing a run by fucking offer. They're very passionate about it. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm on fire today. I had bacon. I had the full American breakfast. I tell you what. All right. Here we go. On top. The cardiologist will be soon to follow. Okay. All right. The High Priestess is here. Shit. Why is that here? 5 of Cups. Look, I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'm not going to give you any analogies. I'm not going to tell you about an ex of mine that did this shit. Just listen to me. Hear me now. Listen to me later. Believe me some other time. Okay? This right here, what they don't say, that'll trip you up. What's not mentioned in this offer will trip you up. That's all I'm going to say. It ties to what I said over here about Singapore. Remember? Oh, it's a promotion. No, they said it was great. They have street food. They said it was a promotion, right? Yeah, but what they don't tell you is about, the rest of the stuff. You get there and your accommodations aren't exactly great. You got to share it with a family who's sharing it with their family, and it's not right. Okay? It's not going well right from Jump Street. All right, so keep that in mind with this person. My point is, ask questions. Don't just allow someone to make an offer and then, okay, I'll think about it. Make sure you say what you need to say. Make sure you stand up and you say something. You'll be disappointed in yourself if you don't, I bet. The 4 of Wands here. Again, it's a huge, this tells us, this crossing energy, the bridging energy tells us what this offer is about. It's either a supposed air quote promotion to the Singapore office, or it's let's move in together. Will you marry me? Kind of. It's a big deal, whatever it is. It's an offer that leaves you a little bit of this. You won't be this, right? If you're that. If you find your inner Virgo and make a goddamn list. Right? Pros and cons, right? Just be practical, whatever it is. All right, here we are, guys. The devil. When the devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal, I'll tell you what. The devil, why is it here? It's how they see you. They see you as a, I don't know, an easy mark. Somebody who needs a change. I'm offering a change. Here's your change. Let's do it. Let's just do this. It's not that they're reading you wrong. You are prone in this month's energy to. It's going to be very emotional for the next year. But I rattled off all the stuff happening just this month, right? I mean, I forgot. I probably left out the sun too. You got the sun also moving into Cancer. So it's not just the new moon. It's the sun. It's the soulmate cycle. It's Jupiter. It's Mercury. It's the sun. It's the new moon. I mean, I'll probably have to put that on the screen in text because I forgot all about the sun. I already had enough fucking energy. I was running out of fingers. It's a lot of Cancerian energy. So you're going to be very emotional. You're the fucking Empress. But this is too much for them. It's too much for them to handle. However, whoever this soulmate is, you're a divine couple. Emperor and the Empress. It's a big deal. You might be tempted to walk that path. It's what they're not saying that's important, right? The best example is Singapore. Right? Don't just believe it's a promotion because someone tells you it's a promotion, right? They said, so it must be true. Okay. I'm a space alien from the 11th dimension. There, I said it, so it must be true. Right? There you go. Come on. People believe in too much shit that just people say. You know? I mean, you know, I would fact check the motherfucker out of this person. You know, whoever this is. The devil. But it's what they don't tell you. It's what they're not telling you about moving in together. About getting married or whatever. All right? Why is the devil here? Make sure you're on the same page. It's just like anything else. Again, I almost have to get this card here. 2 of Wands. After all that shuffling, comes back again. The same card that was crossing here. The same card that came after the Knight of Wands. Somebody's, again, they think you'll go for it. Why? What's on top? The Wheel of Fortune. Why is that here? The 9 of Swords. Yeah. Somebody sees you as impressionable in this energy. They're reading you wrong. I'm not going to insult you and tell you you're impressionable. You'll believe anything. You probably believed I'm a space alien from the 11th dimension just because I said it. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that you might be that. I'm saying this person's reading you wrong. They're reading you're very emotional this month for all those Cancerian reasons I talked about. The Cancerian soulmate cycle with Jupiter moving into Cancer, with the new moon, with Mercury, with the fucking sun, with it's crazy town. They're reading all that emotion as you're impressionable. You're easy to manipulate. You're easy to get into this position, sort of a thing. You're easy to turn around. You're easy to convince of things. Okay? How else can I phrase it? That's it. They're incorrect. So this final outcome for you may or may not happen. It could be a real victory for you. But if you just take this at face value, that Singapore is an upgrade, it's a promotion, or that we should just move in together, we should do it because you've always wanted to do it, and you ignore what they didn't say, the secret, what they've hidden, right? What they haven't told you. Yeah, this is your final outcome. It's a victory, but it's, you know, not great. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Tell me about the 8 of Cups. Just being honest with you about how the energy reads, which costs me. It does. You know, people don't like it sometimes, but it is what it is. I've been triggering people my whole life. I'm like a Gatling gun for triggering. Said that 1,000,000 times before. It's still true. I triggered a friend just the other day, about 3 days ago. Gave her something to think about. I give her like 2 or 3 days. She'll give me a call back. I I have a policy. I always reserve my right to say I told you so. I don't say it out loud because that's mean. I just say it inside my head. I make a lot of predictions. Sometimes long range, sometimes short range. My friends tell me I'm annoyingly right. They're probably right. It is annoying. But I reserve my right to say I told you so. You should do the same thing. You don't want to tell people I told you so, but you can learn a lot. You can learn how to tune your intuition in by seeing how many predictions you make that come true. Right? Reserve your right to say I told you so. Just put a pin in it. Don't argue with people in the moment. It's a waste of time. Queen of Pentacles crossing this. Somebody thinks you're approachable for a change. Somebody thinks you're ready for a change. Somebody's ready to approach you, okay, for a change. Usually when the Queen of Pentacles is in the environmental energy, you're being approached in some way. Somebody thinks you'll accept the offer because you're dealing with 8 broken cups. Your life is shit. Or it's something you've said you wanted in the past, okay? I don't know. What's on top? 6 of Cups. Something you said you wanted in the past. Somebody thinks you're tired of the same old, okay? Why is the 6 of Cups here? The 7 of Swords. Why's that here? That's the 7 of Swords, by the way. Why is that here? 4 of Swords. It's probably, whatever this offer is that comes in, whether it's work, a soul's true purpose, it's a big deal to you. It's something you've wanted. Whatever this is, it's going to be pitched under the guise of it'll help you get over something. It'll help. Maybe somebody lied to you in the past. Maybe somebody wants to let bygones be bygones, and this is how we can fix it. We don't. If it's a love thing, if it's somebody returning who lied to you in the past, you don't fix things by escalating the connection. Okay? Well, you lied to me before, you cheated on me, and then you ran, and I cried, and I had to watch tarot readings for a year. But yeah, let's get married. Really, I'm going to give you some Uncle Steve advice here. Probably not a good move. Okay? I mean, just going to say. You might want to, again, make some lists. All right? Pros and cons. That's all. It's going to be pitched as, I think you need this. I think this will help you. Okay? It's going to be pitched as healing. Whatever it is. And it's the same thing if it's the Singapore thing. Oh, it'll be good for you. The weather there is fantastic. Right? There's nothing like incredibly humid air for somebody with asthma. Not. Okay? Yeah, great. Somebody with lung ailments definitely want to go to the high humidity tropics. Ah, fantastic. No, probably not. All right, here we go. It's going to get pitched as good for you, in other words. All right, here we go. Let's see. You might want to pitch the I don't know, the Tucson office maybe. You know, that might be the way to go. Let's go here. Tell me about the 5 of Swords. It's red with the 2 of Cups. It's crossed. The environmental energy is the 2 of Cups. That is perfection in tarot. That's the cards falling right. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying that backs up the energy read of the whole fucking reading. Okay? That lining up like that from 2 different decks. See, 2 of Cups, red with the 5 of Swords crossed by the 2 of Cups. That ties all these cards together, including the Devils. What's on top? 7 of Wands. Why is that here? The 8 of Cups. There's the 8 of Cups. There's the 8 of Cups. Again, unreal. Underneath this is the World. Again, very similar to the Death card. A change of era, a change of scene, a change of energy, a change of cycle. It changes everything, right? So this is a big deal decision. You would be wise, unless you want this, to say, hold on a second, right? Somebody's fighting hard thinking you need this. What's the bridging energy? Knight of Swords. That's where we started with the pre-shuffle. Remember the Tower crossed by the Knight of Swords? There he is again. And that was from another deck. We got a lot of symmetry here, you guys. That's a big deal. It's a huge deal. All right? They're going to fight hard. Somebody's going to fight hard to convince you that you need this. Whatever this is, whether it's the Singapore office, some kind of business thing, or whatever it is, or, hey, I know I fucked you off in the past, but let's get married. It could be, if it's a new soulmate, because you're very emotional, they're very emotional, they manifested this in, it's a very emotional time, you might make an emotional purchase, much like that $600 owl cup. You might just dive right in. You bet, let's get married. You don't know anything about their life, and what you don't know will come back and haunt you, but you may go for it anyway. My advice holds true. Do not make any decisions before you stop yourself and find your inner practical and start making some pro-con list or whatever. All right? This doesn't do anybody any good. Somebody here, whoever this person is, wants you in this. That's 9 swords. That's 9 swords. Yeah, this is where you want someone, for sure. Easy to convince, and they think they can put you there, whatever it is. Again, this may play out a lot of different ways. You know, it may be a runner soulmate. It probably is. It's Steve's love tarot, right? It could be somebody new. I explained how that might play out. It could be a job offer. Advancement, pitched under the guise of advancement, but it's really not. How is that advancement, right? You get more money, but, you know, okay, but, you know, there's a lot of buts attached to it, whatever it is. Or it could just be, again, you get any kind of offers you get, you might be inclined to go for it. The salesman at the store can walk up. I know it's a $600 coffee mug, but it's got a little owl inside it. Isn't that great? And you will fucking go for it, because it's very emotional time. You'll make those emotional purchases. So just stop yourself. It can play out a lot of ways. On a whole bunch of little small things with one big thing. Yeah, for sure. For some of you, the big thing is definitely someone who ran from you. It's a powerful soulmate, whatever it is. So be especially careful if it's somebody new. Because if it's somebody new, you don't have any history with them. And again, like I said, hey, let's just get married. Let's just go to Vegas right now and do it. Right? It's what you don't know. It sounds good. It's passionate. That'll come back and get you. Okay? Keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's go. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. I'll go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I'm going to pull on this soulmate connection. I'm going to pull on you a bit more in the extended. So I think it's an important month. I think it is. I think it's very pivotal. It's much different than last June was. Last June was a month of setup and change. This month, shit's happening. Out of fucking nowhere, Tower and Knight of Swords. Some sort of offer. An offer that somebody thinks you need or you'd welcome. And they're going to try like a motherfucker. Here's that Knight of Swords again. They're going to try like a motherfucker to convince you that you need to do what they want you to do. Be careful. Do it if you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you an honest read on the energy rather than some sugarcoat bullshit. Right? Okay? If you want the reading, sure. The reading you'll get everywhere else on something like this. Well, almost everywhere else anyway. They regret it. They turn it around and coming back. There, I'll save you the fucking trouble. You know, this is life. This is the way things play out. This is how people are. This is human nature. Especially energies like this, which is probably someone who's very selfish or a narcissist or someone who's prone to lies of omission or leaving things out. It's just people. You know, people right now in general, most of which are DM side of things, are very, very, very self-focused and very short-sighted. They're not thinking about the long-range future, just the short range. So this is something that definitely benefits them. No doubt about it. It is what it is. Remember that. All right. Take the energy for what it is, and you'll always know what you're doing. Don't try to, yeah. Okay. Final message for you, 10 swords. 10's at the end, dead end, and lead to a new beginning. That's a plus, but that don't look good so far. Center card, 4 swords, healing. 6 of wands, victory. And a page of cups. Can I just paraphrase this for you? You know, again, your victories come in the month of June. And I'm not a fucking time lord. This could bleed into July. Okay? A whole of Cancer season, let's say. The tail end of Gemini season and the whole of Cancer season. I'm not a fucking time lord. If your victories come during this time frame. But just again, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But you actually win more by putting 10 swords in things than you do accepting things. There's a lot of healing that comes. And what's left brings a lot of healing. But the things you say no to save your life for a few of you in some way. Okay? There's something, again, I don't say anything that's not part of the energy. Okay? And I don't want to throw too much hocus pocus on things, because I don't like doing that. I like to keep things fairly real and grounded. But using the Singapore thing as an example, okay? The promotion to the Singapore office. Oh, it's great. It's a wonderful thing, right? There's something, people are very short-sighted. Somebody might take that offer in the sense of, well, it's more money and then I can save the money and then I can just quit and come back. But there's something that you don't see. It's what you don't know that trips you up. In the long foreseeable future, something happens where that doesn't benefit you. There's something you can't see. There's a reason that you're getting in that Nine of Swords about it. And you should maybe think long term. So take the long view on any offers that come in. And if it doesn't smell right, put 10 swords in it. You get a lot more victories out of that. You'll live a lot longer emotionally and maybe physically that way. And what's left brings a lot of healing. There's a lot of sweetness in the energy. Okay? If it makes you feel this way, it's important. All right, that's all I can tell you. You know, always consider the long range. Always try to stop for a moment and not think short-sighted. It's extreme. It's what you don't know that will trip you up. And this energy, especially with all the emotion and the emotional purchase potential, will definitely jam you up. All right, if you let it. I don't want anybody ending up like that. Oh, I regret. Oh my God. You know. Okay. That's your reading. If you want the extended, there's probably a couple of links for it in the top of the description. I'll pull on you a little bit more. We'll see some of these things. We'll pull on that Ten of Swords and see what it tells us. I don't know. We'll see. We'll pull on your soulmate connection, and we'll just see. We'll just pull a bunch of fun little side reads. It's a monthly reading. We got to get the month straight. And this month pretty much stretches right up through the end of Cancer season for sure. So well into July a little bit. Okay? All right. That's your reading. Good luck.